Tough afternoon, down to 10 men for most of the match. How important was it to get a win after all that?
Yeah, I think it's so important, as you can imagine, and for sure we want to win also the next one.
It was an incredible goal from yourself, a really difficult technique. Did you know straight away what you were going to do?
Yeah, of course. As I said to my teammates, I was laughing with them because I can only score like this, goals like this, so I must focus on the easiest thing, but this one it's my job, you know.
You came onto the pitch after Miles Lewis-Skelly was sent off. What was your view of that red card?
From the bench was clearly not a red card, but I saw him at half time. It was so disappointing for the team, but at the end we won, so nothing happened.
Today I think we play we play with quality. We were competitive. We create our chances. We play eyes on eyes with Arsenal. We defended very well the set plays. And in the end is football.
That was an incredible challenge put in front of you today. How pleased are you that you overcame it as you did?
Incredible. What the boys did again. It just was about the character, about the personality of the team. It was about the courage. It was the intelligence to play the game that we want to play. It was exceptional.
It was a big moment when Miles Lewis-Skelly was sent off. What was your view of that?
I think it's that clear that I'll leave it to you guys. I'm absolutely fuming, but I leave it with you because it's that obvious that I don't think my words are going to help.
Have you had an explanation from the match officials? And will you be appealing the decision?
That's for the club to decide what is the best decision. I think it's that obvious that maybe we don't even need to.
He's a young player who's been really important for you as well. He's obviously quite upset. How is he now?
Yeah, well, he's really happy now that with action.
It was just before half-time, so obviously you had to change things during the interval. What tactics and strategy did you come out with?
I was very clear what we have to do. Something very different is to be able to do it with the quality and how consistently we do throughout the second half. So I'm so thrilled about the team, how it competes in any context.
You had some big chances before that moment as well. How difficult is it to keep on the front foot with only 10 men?
We're not going to stop. We're going to keep going. This team has got the spirit and the will to fight against anything, and they show that again today.
It was a great goal from Ricardo. He's got that in his locker, hasn't he?
He's got these magic moments that he can produce. He was needed. He's been out for a few weeks. He come back and he really helped the team.
As always, with teams challenging at the top, you've been questioned about whether or not you can sustain the challenge. But that must do an awful lot for the players in terms of their confidence and belief.
Yeah, because obviously a lot of things happened. Today some more things happened. Yesterday we lost Mikel, we lost Martin this morning, and we're still going. So that's what I love about the team.
I don't think they should need to. I mean,
No.
it was an incredible, poor decision, we felt. So let's start with that. Lewis-Skelly's red card. We all thought straight away, yellow card.
Yeah, should have been. That's exactly what it should have been. It's a terrible decision. Got a really good view of it. The criteria for the red card, there's no speed, there's no intensity, there's the force. It's not endangering an opponent, and he's about 90 yards from goal. So when you put all that together, never ever a red card. What worries me more than anything would be you've got an assistant VAR and you've got a VAR who have seen several replays in slow motion, and they think that is a clear red card, serious foul play, and they don't think that of the idea to say to the referee, I think you've made a big error there. You need to go to the screen. That would be the worrying thing for me, because I mean it's a terrible decision.
Yeah. Refs can make a bad decision.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the heat of the moment. That's what VAR's for, to help them when they get one wrong.
What it
Correct.
should be for. Yeah. Don't think we could have any complaints about Gomez's second yellow card.
Well, the first one he got sent off, booked for kicking the ball away, so he's obviously got to be careful. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's probably worse than the Lewis-Skelly one.
It is. It's a good point. He's done well this season. He's been one of the better players, and he is all in. But lack of experience, maybe call it football IQ, whatever. But his manager spoke to him at half-time. I mean, He could have made a substitution, I suppose, but it's down to the player. He's let the lads down, and he's going to feel devastated tonight.
He will. All that aside, an important and admirable win, I would say, for Arsenal.
Impressive. I thought I was really impressed with Arsenal. They were up against it for large parts of the game, but it didn't affect them. They stuck to their game plan. They made a couple of changes when the red card came, but they got into some good positions again, both with 11 men and with 10 men. I mean, this is a 2v2 at the back post, really good position. Havertz finds himself in behind the defender, should score. Really clever cross in. I mean, this is, I said about a clever cross, this is a brilliant ball into the box. You can see Havertz point where he wants it. He gets it exactly where he wants it, but he just heads it straight at the goalkeeper. Look at the gap he's got to guide it in there. He head it anywhere other than straight back at the goalkeeper. But it's a great cross in. But the good thing is that they're still creating, even with 10 men in that second half there. Gabriel this time at the far post. That's a decent opportunity. And they keep on going. As I said, they stick together and they were impressive. They had the belief and they had the knowledge and the know-how to get through that game and find a way to win the game. He doesn't get the ball in, Havertz, with the one that he wants. But they get the ball into the box, and Calafiori did what Havertz and what others couldn't do, was put the ball in the net with a wonderful finish. Catches it so sweetly on the half volley. You can see it goes right into the corner. And as I said, I think that's a really good and impressive performance from Arsenal.
It's amazing how many goals they get from defenders, right up there. Yeah. Right up there at top. I suppose we only get one more chance to ask this question, so might as well do it. Do Arsenal need to sign a striker in the window?
I think it's inevitable. Do you? I think they've got to.
Do you think they'll get one, though? That's the thing. If they get it over the line.
If you pay enough, you get one.
Good point. Liverpool.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
That must mean a lot given the circumstances that came in the first half.
Yes, I'm extremely proud of the players. I mean, you can talk about courage, you can talk about spirit, but as well about intelligence. You know, the way they managed emotionally the game, it was unbelievable, especially with what we have to face and how they felt about it. All of them just faced the situation, the challenge. We went to the second half. The only message was go out there to win the game. That's it. If somebody doesn't feel it, don't go. And they certainly did it in a really convincing way to deserve to win the game.
Just talking about the red card, there seemed some surprise in the ground that it was a straight red for Miles. What was your thoughts on it?
Well, I think it's that obvious that we don't need any comments today, and hopefully the right thing will happen after today.
Did you get an explanation from?
No.
I take it from what you're saying, Mikel, you're going to appeal the red card.
Well, hopefully we don't need to. And if we have to, it happened, and it's a really good precedent. What happened with Bruno this season as well. So hopefully, okay, we were in a position that we shouldn't be in. At least let's be in a position that we should be in for the next few weeks and allow that player to continue to do his job.
Can I just ask you, obviously, when you're chasing a title, obviously winning sort of 5-6-0 is great, but what's the kind of value when you have a result like this where you come through adversity, you grind it out? Does that sometimes mean more than sort of blowing a team away?
That's what they show us every single day, and this season has been very special for many circumstances. A lot of them very challenging. Today we had two, again, with Mikel out and Martin out. Still, we come here, we have to face a very difficult opponent that is fighting for relegation. We have another issue during the match. Still, we go about it. So that's what I love about them, and I think that's why our supporters as well celebrated and they were behind them, because they can feel that.
Mikel, obviously Arsenal have history with this referee, and some of the fans, both in the ground and outside the ground, some of the fans on social media are saying Arsenal shouldn't come out for the second half in protest against this. You know, that's obviously something that you have to weigh up. But how did you manage to channel your anger and the players' anger about that decision into?
Especially because we put so much work and hours and passion and dedication into what we do, that regardless what happens, what is thrown there, you have to continue to have that desire and that will to win and overcome that situation, because if not, you're going to throw it through the window. And it's my job, it's our job as well to deal with certain things, and unfortunately we're getting used to it.
I think so. If the Miles would miss the Carabao Cup final if you, the semi-final, second leg. I mean, how unjust would that be?
Well, I said that I prefer not to comment on the actual thing. If we cannot change actually what happened today, hopefully, at least it will be fair for the team, for the player, and for everybody what is going to happen in the next few weeks. That's what I'm hoping.
Okay, we'll go to Isan.
When it comes to looking at the title by the end of May, there's obviously the fact of goals, the players, etc. But after today, with the reaction to Lewis Skelly's red card and how you bounced back, does that kind of tick a box in terms of mental and fortitude in a way?
We're taking a lot, I think, this season about that ones, and I'm not surprised because the will that the team has to compete, to win, to again show that okay, any context is good for us and we can adapt to that and we're gonna face it. So on that, I have no doubts. After the result, have to go your way as well to make it count, and today was the right one.
Okay, anyone else? Yeah, go on.
How often do you train with 10 men in training?
How often? The reality, no, well, we played certain contexts of game scenarios and drills when we have overloads, underloads, but like that. We don't have time to train, so the time that we have to train, at least I expect, okay, we're going to play most of the time with 11. Unfortunately, this season happened too many times, but it's not something that we have talked a lot.
So, can I just talk about the goal? Because that's a left back or a centre back, and that's not a left back, centre back
finish. Yeah, like against Man City, you know. Yeah, but Ricky can produce these magic moments, and he's done it today. Again, it really helped the team. So really glad that whoever comes in on the pitch, he has that spirit to make things happen.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Let's get straight to it then. It was a huge moment in the game. Thankfully for Arsenal, not a costly one. He says he's fuming, and it's entirely obvious. Is he right? Is this just a yellow card?
Yeah, 100% right. There's no malice. There isn't really anything aggressive in it. It just looks like he's trying to trip him up. And I was just as shocked as everyone else when that red card came out.
Claude?
Yeah, he's right. I think his yellow card, it can be red because it's not aggressive thing. It's just for stopping the attacking, you know. And for me, he's not ready.
Michael?
Yeah, 3 agreed. Yeah, I think it was a tactical foul. The ball is 85 metres from the goal. It's not a goal scoring opportunity, so there's nothing there. It's purely, is it endangering somebody? Is it, could it be a leg breaker? Was it an aggressive tackle with studs or a straight leg? No, none of those. It's just a cynical, trip, just to, take a yellow card and let's get back into shape. So a yellow card all day for me. Very surprised that the referee showed a red, and then quite surprised that VAR didn't intervene and say, just have a look at it.
Do you then think, I think there was a precedent set with the Bruno Fernandes one at Old Trafford against Tottenham that Manchester United appealed and it got rescinded. Would you expect that to be rescinded?
If I was Arsenal, I would definitely try to get it rescinded. Everybody seems to have the same view and opinion on the fact that it should have only been a yellow card. So if I was the club, I'd definitely try.
And Wolves went down to 10. So when it was 10 v 10, 4.5 minutes later, Calafiori with his second Arsenal goal. They've both been special ones. Yeah. They've both been important ones. How good a finish is this from the defender?
This is another one. 2 goals I saw today that I thought, oh, wow, that's special, that's difficult. The difficulty level of that is incredible. And your left foot, almost falling away from it, the ball bouncing up. He had no room at all. I mean, it hit the post and went in. You look at it closely, the goalkeeper literally gets his fingernails on it. So he had no room for manoeuvre. And as the ball bounced, to keep that down, to strike it so well and to be so accurate, that was an incredible finish.
Claude, this was a huge moment for Arsenal. No Saka, no Ødegaard today through illness, down to 10 men, and yet they've managed to come away with the 3 points and keep on the tail, at least, of the leaders, Liverpool.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult game from them, and they're starting in a bad way, and play with 10 players. So I'm saying Arsenal need win. Anyway, the way they play bad, but they need to get this 3 points for always be close on Liverpool.
And the first away clean sheets in September for Arsenal as well with those 10 men. Right, that's the top 2. In third place, level with Lewis Skelly. 18-year-old, sent off on his 6th Premier League start. We think in very harsh circumstances?
Yeah, very harsh. He just tried to be clever, tactical foul, and he ended up on the wrong side of it.
Are you happy with the red here, Claude, are you?
I think red is difficult. For me, I will put yellow card because it's okay. It's good fault for Arsenal, but I think from there the guy can go score goals. It's impossible.
I don't think there's any debate about the second yellow for Gomez, is there, Michael?
No, not at all. No, I mean, it's definitely a yellow. I suppose the question is it high? Has it got a lot of force in it? Could it be a straight red? But in terms of whether it's a yellow, no, that's 100% at least a yellow, so there's no complaints there.
In less than 4.5 minutes, having played 10v10, Calafiori did this.
This is top class. What a finish. I talk about how difficult the Mo Salah finish was. This is even more difficult. On your left foot, bouncing like that. I mean, the goalkeeper, it skims his glove just on and then hits the post and goes in. I mean, he had no room whatsoever. And a bouncing ball, keeping it down. Real hard skill. Brilliant finish.
That is an Arsenal goal for the 8th time from a defender this season, more than any other team. He's only scored 2 for Arsenal. They've both been big goals. And here he is, Ricardo Calafiori.
Ricardo, an incredibly tough afternoon, down to 10 men for most of the match. How important was to get a win after all that?
Yeah, I think it's so important, as you can imagine, and for sure we want to win also the next one.
It was an incredible goal from yourself, a really difficult technique. Did you know straight away what you were going to do?
Yeah, of course. As I said to my teammates, I was laughing with them because I can only score like this, goals like this, so I must focus on the easiest thing, but this one is my job, you know.
You came onto the pitch after Miles Lewis-Skelly was sent off. What was your view of that red card?
From the bench was clearly not a red card, but I saw him at half time. It was so disappointing for the team, but at the end we won, so nothing happened.
Absolutely, some introduction. And we talked about title races before, Claude. Arsenal had to do the job today, and they've dug one out from somewhere. How important a golden win could that be, do you think?
Yeah, it'll be a difficult game from them, and we see Liverpool is starting going, and Arsenal, have choice for winning today, and